In my last video I had some problems with water coming through the compressor. So what I've done, I'm building this contraption here. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but basically I'm going to run the air through the pipes here. I'm going to put a bit of tin and coil it so it goes like that and sit that inside the pipe, and hopefully this will catch all the water before it comes out the other end into the sandblaster or into the spray gun when I start spraying. So I'll get it all together and then I'll be back. Well, this is my contraption and I'll connect it to the compressor and then hopefully no more water will get through. While I'm waiting for the flares to arrive, I might as well get into the radiator support panel. As you can see, this one's pretty much knackered. I was going to make one, but I decided now I'll just, this one here come up, second hand, it's a little bit rusted, but not as bad as the other. Just got a little bit of a hole there, I'll plug that up. And I've just got to unpick this. Do the same with this one, repair this, and then weld this one on to replace this one, which shouldn't be too hard. So I'll give it a go. Most people out there will be familiar of how to unpick panels, but if anyone hasn't done it before, what I've done, I've just ran the wheel over here just so I can see where the spot welds are, like there. Probably you can't see it good on the camera. There. Now, because I don't need this back piece, I'm just going to drill straight through every spot weld, right through. I want to take the one off the car because I don't want to damage the car. I only want to take this off. Then I use a spot weld drill like that. So that way I'm only going to drill through the material I want to go through and not the actual body of the car itself. And that way I've got something left to weld onto. If you drill right through, then you've got the problem of trying to plug up the back and and the front as you weld it. Now I've drilled all the holes out like that. And all I'm doing now is with this chisel, just put it in there and tap it along, and as I tap it, the welds open up. Okay, I got that one off, as you can see. And all those holes there, I'll use them for plug welds to put it back on again. Okay, I just sandblasted this. I could have got it a bit better, but once I put the rust blast on it from the KBS, it should be fine. Also, hold on a second. Also got this area. And while I was at it, I just blasted in here where I've got to replace the battery tray. The sandblaster took out all these little rust holes which you couldn't see before because they're full of rust. And I'm just debating now, I might not even fix them because you're never going to see this. It's going to go underneath the nose cone, and just as long as I know it's not going to rust out, I might just treat it and then paint it and put it on. I got my little contraption working, as you can see. Air in one side, goes up and down, comes out the other, and when I just sandblasted this area, I got no water in the sandblaster at all, so that works. I'm pretty happy about that. Just have a look here. I just did a quick blast here, and all that pitted look is where this rust was, and it's blown it out, and you're left with this rough steel like that. But if you just sandblast nice steel, you'll see it'll stay nice. It won't focus. Perhaps this bit. Sandblaster just gives it a nice finish. I could have done that a bit better, but I didn't worry about it. Now time to treat this area before I put the cover back on. Once again, I'm just using that rust blast. it converts the little bits of rust somehow into a surface that you can paint over and it won't rust again. Just got to spray this acid on. Let it sit for a while. I might as well treat this area while I'm at it. And last but not least, this radiator support. So you just got to keep it wet, just keep spraying it every 5, 10, 15 minutes or so, and then rinse it off. Now if the rust blasts, you can see it's eating away at the rust. Same around here. Just got to keep that going for about half an hour, make sure it stays wet, and then rinse it off. Now that the rust blast has been on for about half an hour, all you do is just get some warm water and wash it off. I'm going to put the camera down while I clean the rest of it. But basically that's all you do, and then you have a fully prepared surface that can sit, according to the chemist at the place that makes the stuff, he reckons that can sit unpainted for a month or so with no worries. I'm just about to put the radiator support panel back on, and as you can see I've got KBS rust protection in here, and where it's going to get welded on the edges here I've just got weld through primer. I'm just going to mark where the holes will be, and I'll just take that back to bare steel and then I'll weld it all on. Same with the support panel. I've got KBS inside and weld through primer where it's going to touch the body of the car. I've got it all in position, ready to weld, and I just want to focus on this pair of grips here and do it off. Every spot weld I do, I'm going to do with this. I'll just take these other ones off as I go around. And what it is, it's got a bit of brass on the bottom, so that way you can't blow through anything. It's an easy way to weld. You just put it on the hole you're going to do, clamp it, and then you don't need welding skills after that. You just weld away and you can't blow through it.